Hey friends, what's up and welcome back to this new episode on the channel. In today's video, we are inside Sketch version 69 and we are creating a design system from the UI kit that I have been creating for the past few weeks in the live streams. This video is sponsored by Dev Mountain, an in-person coding and design bootcamp. If you want to be notified about live streams, make sure to subscribe to this channel and also make sure to hit the notification bell. That way you will always be notified once a new live stream drops. Alright, so what I want to do here in this UI kit is to create a design system, because Sketch 69 is offering very cool features regarding design systems, and I will just give you a short explanation. I also made a video review about Sketch version 69. Make sure to watch that if you just need a deep insight into the latest update. But what Sketch 69 is offering us is a components panel. We can already see that I have a profile image in here and I have a big and small item photo. And this is going to be the design system that we are going to create, and we have an overview of all the symbols in here. We have text styles, layer styles, and colors as well. So what we're gonna do here is to go into our UI kit, and what I want to do is to create a design system for upcoming screens. So for example, if I want to continue working on the UI kit and I want to add a new screen to it, I would love to just pick all of the items, all of the components that I need from the design system and stack them together for a new screen. And what we now have to do, of course, is to make sure that we analyze our document really deep. That means we need to look at every single screen, find repetitive elements and make symbols out of them, and then use them for the new screen. So as you have seen before, I said I already have a couple of symbols. We have a small item, a big item, and the profile image. This is going to be the base. But what we also have right here is a top bar that I would like to turn into a symbol, a component, and then we have a logo that's going to be needed. I also see a couple of other elements on this screen, like our tab bar down here, and I have this menu button, and then yeah, we have some other screens which contain the same elements. That's why we should just start out by creating a component out of these basic elements. So let's start out. We have the top bar. I'm going inside this folder right here to get a quick overview. We have the top bar background layer, then we have the search icon shape, and then we have our logo. I'm gonna call this logo, and this is going to be icon underline search. Now for this one, I'm going to create a new symbol, top bar, no layout, and boom, here we go. But what we should also do in our symbols page right here is to create a symbol for the logo, because I want to have a reusable logo everywhere I go. So we have a new symbol right there, a top bar, then we have the logo, and then we have our icon for the search. All right, let's go back into our UI kit page. And in here we can see that, as I said, the tab bar is also needed. I'm gonna get rid of the versioning, and then I'm gonna just create a new symbol for the tab bar. And yeah, we can simply create a new symbol here. It's going to be sent to our symbols page. And next up, what we also need is, for example, the card. But I would actually like to create a layer style for that, because this is just a plain rectangle. It's not a symbol that is going to be, I don't know, reused, but a layer style that I would like to reuse. So we have a white fill, we have a shadow, and then we have a rounded corner, four rounded corners, and that's why I'm going to create a new layer style. I'm gonna call it cards. So just like that. And then we can analyze our document even more. And here, for example, we can see that there's a different kind of top bar available. It's blurred out, it has this transparent effect, and that comes once the user is scrolling the UI. So what I will do right here is to, again, just select our top bar, and then I will create a new symbol. But in here I will call it top bar / scroll, and go back to my symbols page and rename this one to top bar / normal. You will see in a minute why I'm doing that. We have it right here. What we have to do now is to paste in our logo symbol and get rid of the normal shape. So there we have that. And the cool thing about what we just did right now is that once we go into our canvas right here, and once we select our symbols, you can see that those top bars are now sorted, as well as those items. So these right here, they aren't sorted yet, but we can also just sort them by giving them a different name. For example, we could go in here and say this is also logo / normal. This way we get a new divider, a new separate space. Maybe we will create a different logo, like a bigger one for the splash screen or something like that. So this could be really, really useful. And then we have the top bar right here. And as I said, we have the normal state and the scroll state. Let's go back into our normal design view and let's check out what else we could drop in here. I would like to create symbols out of these buttons. So this is going to be the menu button. Or this is going to be menu button. I'm gonna create a symbol and I'm gonna call it button / menu button. We could also call it button / menu or stuff like that. But you see what I am trying to do here. This is going to be button / close. And then we have another one, button / message. We have, we have button / friend, like add 2 friends, and then we have button / like. Okay, let's check it out. We have a really nice list now of different buttons, rounded buttons. Maybe we should actually even rename the whole sorting right here, because I would really like to be sure that this is not the normal button, but it's a rounded button. So what we can do here is go into our symbols page, and from here what we're going to do now is to call it rounded button, and then add it to all of these layer names, symbol names, like that. So you can really change your design system on the go, and once we drop in here now, we see that there is a renamed section called rounded button. And then we have close, friend, like, menu, and message. This is a nice set, and the cool thing, you will be so excited once we create a new screen out of these symbols. You will see how well the design system is going to work. Let's check also out our card. Our card layer style. We have it right here, and we can also, yeah, and this is like pretty amazing too. Maybe we should focus on that for the moment. If you click on one of your layer styles right here, you can also change all of the attributes right inside your design system. You don't have to go to your layer or to your symbol or whatever. You can just change all of the settings right from here, as well as text styles. We don't have any of them yet, but we could just determine text styles. Let's do that. We have a username right here. I'm gonna give that a new text style, and I'm gonna call it username. And then we have the text style description, just like that. And if you go into our canvas, into our components user interface, we can go to textiles and see that we have a description right here. See all of the attributes, all of the detail settings, as well as the username. And if we go back, we can just find different states. So this is going to work really well. I noticed a little difference here. So for example, here we have a username which is aligned like in the center. And then here we have a username which is aligned on the left. How about just creating a new layer style called text style called username/left. Let's go into our set right here. And this one is going to be username/center. This way we have a new section generated username, and we have the left and centered username. So I think that's pretty awesome. I'm super excited that we can do all of these things natively in Sketch now, creating design systems. Of course, there are things necessary that Sketch has to include in future updates, maybe like a little description that we can add to our styles, to our symbols or whatever. But this is already a nice direction that the design of or the user interface and feature set of Sketch is heading. And now let's create a new screen out of those symbols, out of the design system that we just created. I'm super excited about that. Let's go. Let's create a new screen. What we maybe have to do as well now is to create a new artboard. This is the 11 Pro. So let's create a new 11 Pro. 11 Pro artboard right here, just like that. And we need to paste a few elements which are not really part of the design. These are more part of the realistic testing environment that I'm actually working in. So I like to include those the notch and those native iOS components like the home indicator down here and the status bar. You can of course also create designs without including stuff like that. For example, on these screens I didn't include the notch to test it out, but I actually like to work with it. And in here, for the testing purpose, I will show you what you can do with your design system. So we have our background, we have our main symbols in here that are needed for the operating system and guidelines and stuff like that. But what we can do now is to hit our C key on the keyboard. Let's hit C, and we can now check out our document and see all of our symbols and all of our text styles and layer styles, as well as color variables. That's so incredible. And we can now, of course, also select them from the list, from the little drop down right here. And what we need first, of course, is a normal top bar. Let's drag it in. The new components window, symbols window is so intuitive. It's also hiding, and I can just hit C directly again and get it back on the screen. We could add a photo right here if we want. We can do something with the logo if we want to. We can add our round buttons, and we can of course also add our nav bar, our tabbed bar. So let's add it back in. I'm going to check out the measures right there. So we have it in the same position. And this is purely created from the design system. Maybe let's add a new rectangle right here. Or maybe let's check out our layer styles. And we have the card layer style. And we can simply drag in such a card and check out all of the functionality. What was a bit confusing now is that the rounded rectangle, the rounded corners aren't included. So let's have a look at our layer styles. And in here, I see that apparently maybe layer styles don't support the border radius, but I remembered that it's 18, and this way we can just slide it in here and just work with it. So as you can see, this is just, of course, a small example. If you have bigger project files, design files, you can do even more than what I just showed you. But from a simple perspective and a 10 or 20 minute video, this is incredible. We can even hit C again and drag in one of our description layers, one of our username layers. I want to add maybe a username. I don't know why. I'm gonna call it, give it my name, to be honest. And then hit C again, and we can add a little description in here of something that we would like to just add. And you see it's working so well, and I really can't wait to use it on an actual project. This is just my UI kit that I'm creating, but it's going to be super easy and super fast to create new screens for the UI kit now that I have created all of these symbols and use them in the design system. So you can access it here. As I said, we have all of our symbols in here, and we can even search for symbols. So maybe I'm searching for a logo. Now I can see it right there. So this is incredible. I'm super pumped about this new feature and the whole new feature set that Sketch released in version 69. I hope you enjoyed this too. If you like this video, hit the thumb up and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see us in the next episode. Dev Mountain offers housing at no extra cost for immersive students, and they have a career services team to help with job placements. Dev Mountain would love to hear from you, so be sure to click the link in the video description if you or somebody you know is ready to dive into the UX design program.